Thank you, Lord Mayor. I rise to second the motion tabled in my name and that of Councillor Jan. The disadvantages faced by those who have experienced the care system should be the civil rights issue of our time, according to the Independent Review of Children's Social Care, commissioned by the Government and published last May. The McAllister report also suggests the UK should be the first country in the world to recognise the care experience as a legally protected characteristic in equalities legislation. Outcomes of care experienced people are extremely poor, making up 26% of the homeless population and 24% of those in prison in England, with 41% of 19 to 21-year-old care leavers not in education, employment or training, compared to 12% of other young people. And adults who spent time in care between 1971 and 2001 was 70% more likely to die prematurely than those who did not. Even as we emerge from the Christmas break, where many of us will have spent time with our family and friends, the national charity Become highlighted the instability of placement moves children face while in care over this period. During last year's festive fortnight, we moved 19 of our 2,094 looked after children, placing Birmingham in the highest 10% for placement moves during the Christmas period. As Become states, Christmas can be a particularly isolating and lonely time for many children in care, and the instability of placement moves over this period is likely to compound this, and we should endeavour to limit this practice in Birmingham. Just as we know that the pressures on families of the COVID-19 pandemic resulted in more children being placed into care, it is expected that the current cost of living crisis will place similar stresses and strains on families, again increasing the numbers of looked after children. For many children, the care experience may well be positive and an improvement on their original home setting. However, for those with negative childhood experiences, we as corporate parents must do all we can to minimise the disadvantages felt by young adults as they emerge from the care system, sometimes referred to as the care cliff, where inequalities can last way beyond 18 or 25 and indeed can last a lifetime. 2 of the 5 missions set out in the McAllister Review to enable care experienced people to secure the foundations for a good life are fulfilling work and good health. It talks about doubling the numbers of attending university and creating 3,500 new well-paid jobs and apprenticeships each year, as well as increasing life expectancy. Therefore, it does not seem a particularly big ask of the City Council and the combined authority, as corporate parents of the 2,094 looked after children in Birmingham, to support their career development and the Bernardo's Transport for Freedom campaign with free public transport until they are 25. And we also ask you to support the recommendation in the McAllister Review, which incidentally the government is overdue in responding to with its implementation strategy for children's social care, to exempt care leavers from prescription charges up to the age 25. The report also highlights the fact that too many young people leave care with mental health conditions that often have a very significant impact on their quality of life, can lead to multiple moves whilst in care, and poor education and employment outcomes when leaving care. So again, our call for care leavers to access a full package of mental health support aligns with the specific recommendations of the Independent National Review. It recommends that all local authorities must improve care leave and mental and physical health support, that identifying and responding to poor mental health should be a core part of training for all professionals working with children's services, and that the new integrated care boards should publish their plans for improving the mental and physical health of those in care and leaving care. I ask you to support the motion.
Thank you.